category is Matthew Byrnes. Native of Ireland, Matthew Byrnes began his association with racing as an exercise rider before becoming an accomplished jockey. After weight ended his days as a rider, he began working under the tutelage of future Hall of Famer Jason Byrnes. He was then hired as head trainer for famed sportsman Pierre Lorillard. Quickly made a name for himself and took over the conditioning of future Hall of Famer Parole in 1881. As an 8-year-old in 1881, Parole won 12 of 24 starts for Byrnes, and followed that with 15 wins and 18 in-the-money finishes on 42 starts the next 2 years. In 85, Byrnes won the Suburban Handicap from Pontiac. The Suburban was then the key handicap race in the country. He also won it in 1890 with future Hall of Famer Salvatore, and in 1892 with Montana. In 1887, Lorillard stepped away from the sport, and Byrnes began his association with James Vanilla Hagen's powerful stable. He guided Hagen's mighty Salvatore to a spectacular career mark of 16 wins from 19 starts. While under the care of Byrnes, Salvatore set American speed records for a mile and a mile and a quarter. At the same time he was training Salvatore, Byrnes enjoyed tremendous success with the great mare Forenzi, another future Hall of Famer. From 1886 to 1891, Forenzi won 42 races for Byrnes, was in the money 77 times in 82 starts. She was almost as consistent as they two cats. Forenzi regularly defeated males, including wins over Hall of Famer Hanover at 3 distances and 2 wins over Hall of Famer Kingston. Hagen got out of the thoroughbred business. In 1891, Byrnes went to work for Marcus Davis, with whom he trained a number of quality horses, including County, Montana, Senator Brady, winner development since 1897. Mr. Daly died in 1990. Marcus Daly died in 1990, but Mr. Byrnes lived on until the age of 80 in 1933. Now, the family, we had a man named Lorillard, who we found has a farm in New Jersey. He just could not be here today. Jonathan Shepard told me yesterday that his neighbor is a member of the Lorillard family, so we called him. That gentleman has a conflict. He said he didn't want to drive early today to be here. But, so we didn't have a Lorillard to show you anymore, so we introduced you. Family of James Vanilla Hagen, the owner of Salvatore, a patron of Mr. Hagen was a patron of Matthew Byrnes. That family remains deeply involved in racing today. One of its descendants is Happy for Broadbent, which states with the following comments, please turn your attention to the monitors.
I'm the great-great-grandson of James Vanilla Hagen. On behalf of the Hagen family, I'm honored today to be recognized as Matthew Byrnes for his training accomplishments. Mr. Byrnes trained the great Salvatore back in the late 1800s for my great-great-grandfather, and he was recognized as one of the greatest racehorses in the 19th century. Salvatore was inducted in the National Museum of Sports Racing Hall of Fame in 1955, and it's an honor today, 56 years later, to be recognizing Matthew Byrnes for his accomplishments.
To accept, so we have something to take a picture of. Here is Brian Bouillet, who is the Director of Communications for the National Museum of Racing and Hall of Fame.